Hey guys, today I'll be answering this question of can everyone have maladaptive daydreaming? Like, can everyone be addicted to daydreaming? Actually, not really, because it is addiction to daydreaming. And daydreaming is now this variable. Not everyone has this overly active imagination. Like, so for someone to be addicted to daydreaming, they have to have this overly active imagination. And actually, because we are so different, some people may be too logical or too abstract. So not everyone will have this aspect of like being fantasy oriented or being so much imaginative. Like for example, this addiction can happen to artists or just someone who is overly imaginative as a child. So it doesn't have to happen to everyone, but that doesn't mean that the other people are not addicted to other things. Actually, what you need to realize is someone else may be addicted to alcohol, substance abuse, or porn addiction, or nail biting, or all those other things, because the key thing here, the main similarity here is not really the daydreaming or being different because you are maladaptive daydreaming. The main difference here is working on those issues. Like if you avoid your real life issues, ultimately you will find a coping mechanism. If you avoid your responsibility in real life, ultimately you will find a coping mechanism. Or ultimately that thing you are avoiding will end up controlling your life. And when it controls your life, that controlling ability of that thing you are avoiding will now pick a coping mechanism. Like your mind will pull itself towards something which distracts you from seeing the things you are escaping from, because it does that to protect you, because it doesn't want you to see the things you've not seen. Because the moment you see, of course, you will feel sad, you will feel a lot of pain, because those things are painful experiences. So what the mind does now is it looks for something to protect you. And for you now, because you had an overly imaginative childhood, or you are someone who just overly imaginative, then you picked up daydreaming. So it's very very, that's why when you see in forums people telling you that hey, this thing does not have a cure, you just have to understand that the fact that this thing is addictive means that actually there are some people who overcome addiction. There's some people who overcome porn addiction or all those kinds of addiction. Means also you can overcome the addiction, not the daydreaming. Same thing as like watching porn and everything. Someone can just watch and not be addicted, but some other people can watch and then be addicted. Why? Because it depends on if they're using it as an avoidance mechanism. So your daydreaming has a cure, and it's just in understanding that it's not the daydreaming which you are curing, but it's the maladaptive part. It is the addictive part, or it is your addictive identity, or what is really driving this addiction. Once you deal with that, even if you can access a therapist who just understands a bit of addiction, and you are in a place where no one knows about daydreaming, just approach them for addiction, and then probably they'll assist you. I'm not saying that you approach every therapist, but maybe that will give you something, or maybe that will make them understand your habit. So it has a cure, and the cure is dealing with what's driving the addiction. So you don't need to really beat yourself up and really feel that you are different. No, you're not different. We are all sometimes running away from things from the past, because just that's been how we've been conditioned and how we've been brought up. We've never really been well educated to face these things. So when we run away from things, we pick up all kinds of coping mechanisms. And for you, it is something which is not mainstream, but it doesn't mean that you are weird, or it doesn't mean that you are different. No, it just means that you are someone who has an overly active imagination, and you can actually be a very very creative person if you just manage to deal with the addiction. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.